Hello there folks, welcome back to the Helvetic Speedrunners Marathon Online. We now have the next run for you, which is going to be Gato Roboto with Escheria. Please take it away.
Hello, and welcome. My name is Escheria, and I am accompanied by Killer Chair for a commentary. Hope you're all gonna be enjoying the cute little Meowtroidvania.
Hello everyone.
There you go. So, let's start then in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so for everybody that hasn't ever heard of this game somehow, it is essentially just a Metroidvania game where you just play a cute little cat. And we're gonna start off just sort of exploring the place we've crash landed in. And our master's stuck on the ship, so he's like, hey, kitty, you go and try to find help. Now, of course, what better help is there to find than a mech suit?
I'm surprised that the cat is even able to operate a mech suit. It's a very advanced cat species.
Yeah, it's just a very clever cat.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the first little mechanic of the game where there are certain rooms that have forced fights in them. Few droids spawn, blow them up, door opens. Later on we'll be skipping a lot of fights using a glitch, but we'll get to that when the glitch actually happens. Taking a little damage boost over the water here.
No problem at all.
Now, here we have the wonderful frog that just leaps over you. He's my favorite. This is
Not
vibes. Alright, so here we have the small mech glitch being performed. It's a frame perfect glitch, I believe.
Yes.
That, yeah, it just makes you smaller. It essentially makes you cat-sized while in the mech. Now, this is great for hitbox reasons, but also for this room, which is a forced fight, which just doesn't trigger the doors. So hey, first glitch done, and first fight skipped.
Decently fast this time, luckily.
Yeah, the great thing about that glitch is that it's almost always just worth it to keep doing, because it just skips that amount of content.
The first one is probably slightly arguable if you're gonna go like... If you're not very consistent, then you probably just go on and do that one room.
Yeah, I tend to not do it, because that fight is like 3 enemies or something.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just skip it every time.
Anyway, we did just pick up the missiles for the mech. Which allows us to break open blocks and kill things a lot faster.
Okay. Oh.
And we're about to do another small mech glitch to skip on the first boss of the game. Because why fight a boss when you cannot?
Oof. I actually almost fell into that water. Would not have been good. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, for now we'll just be sort of maneuvering around, exploring the place, using rocket jumps to go over platforms a little bit faster here and there. All the lovely small optimizations with the missiles. You'll be seeing a lot of missile shenanigans later on in the game.
Probably should have saved there real quick for the health. That's fine. I'm gonna pick up safety health anyway. Also telling that to myself so that I don't forget about it, because that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I usually pick the safety health on the first way up and around, but it doesn't matter too much.
No. Oh, go away, Froggy.
And so we're now going into the sort of hub area, which connects to 3 different areas that you're gonna have to go through to sort of fix the space station or whatever this place is.
It's kind of a
Some
space
sort of-
station research.
Yeah, some
I
sort
don't
of space station science facility or something.
know. Okay. I didn't get that boost in a while. Wow.
Nice.
And I actually got it this time.
So this is the aqueducts. There's a whole bunch of water that's flooded the place, and you're supposed to take that little submarine there and swim around and have a little other thing to pilot, but we just sort of drop our mech into the water and then pretend like the water doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
And the missiles while underwater do like explode because they detect collision with the water. So you can just use that for easy rocket jumps.
Okay. Okay, gonna take this one a little bit slower.
Yeah, that room is a bit tedious. Now
Oh,
here's
wow.
the wonderful missile shenanigans. First try on a jump. That's nice.
Wow. I've been having troubles with that lately, but
Mm-hmm.
look at that.
So
Okay,
this
this
is
is-
always an important thing to mention in the run. The cat instantly dies when any damage touches it. So whenever we jump over enemies while in normal cat form, it's all scary.
Yes. Yes.
You have the conveniently cat-sized treadmills to fix the water problem.
Mm-hmm. Cats usually don't like water, but this cat needs to do the
Yeah, I
water
mean,
fixing. Wow.
At the start, the cat's owner scares him into the water. So here we have a forced fight. And one of the best upgrades in the game, the double jump. Now this jump is very good, not just for standard double jump reasons, but also because it serves as like a mini screw attack in the sense that it does a little bit of damage to enemies and provides you with a bit of invulnerability. And while in air with the missiles, you can very easily use that to propel yourself forward a lot, like that.
And
So there's
if
a whole
you're-
bunch of jumping and missile combinations that allow
Get
you
out
to
of my way.
just go very fast.
Also, if you're in a small mech form and do those boosts as you're flying against the ceiling, you're gonna be at insane speeds.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is that the missiles collide with the ceiling in a way that pushes you further than normally.
Oh boy. Not getting on the right pixel. Damn it.
Yeah, so water dropping is a dangerous game because the mech takes damage upon touching the water in a normal way. So, sort of fidgeting around, there's a couple of methods of doing water drops. You can either turn around and eject in a way that sort of puts your hitbox, flips it around a bit, or you can use missiles, which is generally the easier strategy to use to sort of push yourself back and then use the eject button.
Okay.
It is a pretty tight
There.
thing to do, though. There we
Okay, game. Are you kidding me now? Yeah, there is some like there is some leeway, but it's kind of hard to get on the right pixels.
go.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I slightly overshot. Okay. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just walk.
So the order of the treadmills that we're looking for to get rid of the flooding, we flip it completely upside down because of the amount of water drop and small mech shenanigans you can do. It just makes it a lot faster.
Okay.
So essentially we do the third one first, and then don't know if this is the first or second one. It's been too long since I played it normally.
Anyway, it's not in the intended order.
Oh no, not at all.
Whoosh. Oh, wait a sec.
One room up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Whoosh.
that is a fun thing to do, to missile upwards to make yourself just fall faster. It is a very nice micro optimization.
There you go.
So doing another small mech to just boost yourself along ceilings here and there, and
Kind of like that.
making a few things faster as well.
I find it's easier to do them in one direction but not the other, for whatever reason.
I have yet to properly practice ceiling boost.
Oh, not there.
Alright, now here's a jump that is always a little bit tricky to get. But first try, very nice.
Excellent.
So it's a bit weird because you have to push yourself upwards into that little corner right after the screen transition.
It's
But
very
yeah.
finicky.
Here's a boss that doesn't do anything if the door triggers of the room don't happen, so if you just small mech into it, and then kill the boss while it's stationary, you can just get away with killing it right there while it does nothing.
Yeah, that's something we do somewhat frequently here. Like, there are some rooms where you go in there without triggering the fight, but the enemies are still like spawned in the room. We just pre-kill them.
Yeah, basically the hitboxes of enemies exist whether or not the rest of the enemy exists. So the hitboxes are always there in position, ready to fight. Also, important note on that mid-boss, you do have to actually trigger the door after killing it. I believe otherwise it soft locks or whatever.
Okay, cat.
So now that we've finished
There we
up the aqueducts, we're gonna head out and move into the hub area to get to the next area. Which is gotta be the heater. Now in the entire heater area, it is very important to not die. Because you're not allowed to be out of your mech in the heater area because it is too hot for the kitty to survive. But you do need the small mech to skip almost the entire area.
Yeah, the game basically blocks you from exiting the mech.
Yeah. So the first few times that I practiced this game, this area was a bit of a hurdle to get over.
I've locked myself in here a few times when I just started out.
Yeah. So there's another fight we skipped there.
Case.
Now this area where we just went under with the small mech skipped a whole other segment. Just by walking to the end of that little tower there.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm not that scared of that room because there's a save like right there.
Yeah.
So. Okay. But yeah, it's... If it wasn't for that save, it would be... Yeah, scary to go through fast. There you go.
Now here's a force fight that we cannot actually skip. There's a little lava thing to go over. There's another force fight that we can skip. And into the coolant, which allows us to shoot an additional missile before overloading. And we basically just got to the objective of the map before fighting 2 boss fights here. So by going all the way over, we just skipped 2 bosses.
Actually, kind of funny bosses.
Yeah, they're like big old boilers
Yeah,
with
and they're
giant faces on them.
evil boilers. They're boiler
Yeah.
brothers, actually.
Yep.
Okay, now's my favorite parts coming up.
Yeah, here we're gonna get the best power-up in the game. It is the
Ooh.
Go Fast power-up. That missile boost, very nice as well. So now that we have a dash, all of the movement mechanics can be combined to go very fast overall. So there's going to be rocket jump and lots of forward dashing, double jumping, the whole thing.
I'm
And that was the
happy.
hitter area.
I'm
We
happy
basically-
that we got soft lock in here.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare, but sometimes it happens.
So we basically skipped about 75% of that entire area.
Now we're about to skip like 90% of the following area.
Oh yeah, if not more. We're gonna go in an area that I like to call Metal Gear Gato or something. I don't know, I sort of switch it up on how I call it. But it's a sneaking segment. But instead of sneaking, we got small mech. So we're just gonna go to the final boss of the area. Just through the exit.
Mm-hmm. Hard
So what
pass?
you're supposed to do with the fight is, in your cat mode, hop into the little cannons in the corner and then shoot them and go around and dodging lasers. But since we have the mech, we can just blow them up.
Casually, this fight is really annoying.
Yeah. And so we just missile boost against walls to jump up, and now we go back through the exit which we came in through. With a series of jumping on air and missiles and double jumps and...
Mm-hmm. There just keeps your... It kind of resets your jump, which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the coolant area?
Mm-hmm. It's vents, I believe.
Events, yeah, events.
Yeah.
We got that airflow back on.
Come on.
And now we're gonna go and check on our owner, because there's something happened there in the ship.
I don't know. Nothing happened to the ship. We'll see. It's completely intact.
Oh yeah, you're not going through the dialogue thing.
No. The skip thing is actually pretty easy.
Yeah. So there's normally you're supposed to press a button, go through some dialogue. You just sort of fast text away, and then go up here. And there's a crack in the ship, but Ash just sort of decides to jump into the ship on trigger that's a little bit higher up when it hasn't broken.
It's just a secret entrance, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cat mech sized hole in the ship. It's always been there.
It's a cat door! Let's make that one canon.
Yeah. Sure. Gato community. Where are you guys at?
Okay, I think my favorite parts of the game have now been completed. Now it's less interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're now heading into the final few areas. It's a big old gauntlet of enemies and forced fights and lots of stuff.
Which is why I don't like it.
Yeah, and it gets cut right in the middle with a wonderful, almost auto-scroller elevator segment. Reason I call it an almost auto-scroller is because you can go a little bit faster by killing the enemies in the auto-scroller faster.
If only you could do that in other auto-scrollers.
Right? So as you can see, lots of enemies, sort of all kinds of mechanics throughout the game, and
Whoop.
well, there's another one of those rooms with a forced fight, 2 mini bosses in there. Some existing hitboxes of enemies are floating about.
Whoop.
I'm gonna kill them before they even spawn.
Okay, should be aligned. Yeah.
This might be my favorite room in the game because of how much you can do before actually normally opening the room.
Important, don't dash into that store.
Yeah. And here's the one enemy that you cannot hurt until he's attacked. Not even when his hitbox is there without him being there.
Yeah, because he needs to open up the inside core thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
That was very clean. Hit that room. So we have another little forced fight with a few flamethrower things and a stove.
Okay.
And here's a wonderful little dev intended thing for you to max drop. The dev sort of set that up to make it easy to actually do that for the speedrunners, which is very nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jelly told me once. Like, the dev was aware that you could do it, and he's like, oh, I like that. Alright, cool.
Oh, hey,
The
this
developer's actually very cool about speedrunning related stuff.
Nice. I like it when speedrunners and devs get along well.
Yeah. So there's the one cannon in the game that we use. Because there's no way to actually skip it. And here we have the dreaded elevator segment.
Uh-huh. Okay.
One of the 2 challenges in the game. So there's a whole bunch of projectile dodging and enemies that'll spawn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Sort of vibe time.
Okay.
Person in chat, this isn't Metroid, this is Meowtroid.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're a cat in a mech.
I know this is not ending spoiler. We know from the start that we're a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, good.
What if Metroid was a cat, though?
Okay, I take this. I didn't get to kill the enemies on the sides, but at least overall the enemy RNG was pretty okay.
Yeah, it could have been far worse. So, last gauntlet area before the final boss. We want to be in small mech to skip a bunch more things, of course.
There we go. Certainly
So,
the least.
one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that the dash allows you to sort of go through enemy hitboxes as well without being damaged. Which makes it a very nice way to just go past big things wherever possible.
Come on.
So here's one of the more annoying forced fights in the game. A couple of enemies that turn invincible every now and then, and one that floats around in an annoying way. It's just
Yeah.
a
That
bit of
guy.
a mess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So this enemy tries to hit us with big old spike balls, but when you're in small mech and you stand on the floor, you can't get hit. So you can just stand there, use explosives.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and save because should I die in the next segment, I don't want to kill that enemy again.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool maneuvering and jumping and dashing in these areas that you can do. There's a lot of conveyors and spikes and just an actual proper gauntlet. With a lot of enemies in this forced fight room as well.
Come on.
Very bulky enemy.
Yeah. Also. Okay. Okay, this went pretty smoothly.
Mm-hmm. So here's two big bulky enemies and we're just gonna ignore them.
Because we can.
Yep. Now I believe the last forced fight before the boss.
Mm-hmm. Come on, open up. I missed him. Okay, it's fine. I'll probably kill that other enemy as I'm trying to kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said. There you go. Okay, after this one, I need a bit of focus time because I'm gonna be counting.
Yeah, so in this fight, we're just gonna small mech into the room and hit the boss's hitbox a whole bunch. But we want to be careful on how much we hit the boss, because if you hit it just one tick too much, it soft locks and crashes, or hard locks and crashes the game.
Okay. There's probably still a few shots, but...
Mm-hmm. If you do it in a way where you count missiles, it's fairly easy to count the exact number, but if you also do the main shooting along with it, the counting is very easy to get not quite as accurate. So it's sort of a matter of how consistent do you want to be and what strat you want to use.
Yeah, with the strat that I use, you can basically just go in and shoot in both ways, but you need to make sure that you have the rhythm right, because to do it actually fast, you need to, not actually count, but also count.
So here we have the final boss. Time won't be when the boss kills, but when we enter the spaceship after the little escape segment. It's quite an annoying fight, but we managed to get through it just fine.
I was a bit slow on getting out of the mech, but
yeah,
it's fine.
There is a glitch you can perform here where you dupe the mech as the boss does his ending animation, and that makes it slightly faster on the escape segment as you can dash and such.
Let's go.
So we
boy.
rescued the dog of, well, plot things that I completely forgot about. But he's our friend. He's a good boy.
Oh, of course, he's a good boy.
Yeah. And time will be coming up very soon.
In time.
Very nice.
That wasn't too bad of a run, actually.
No, that was pretty good.
Like, only a few fumbles here and there, but...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that is it then for Gato. We have a Slight ending winky face.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And off we go.
All right,
Mhm.
thank you, Ash. We're gonna go into quick intermission, and then we're back with some Pokemon Gold, Silver. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Bye bye.
See ya.